What is going on, everybody? Thammagotcha here. Welcome into another Great League battle video where we are going to be shoutcasting Shadow Charizard with all this new hype of everything getting these buffs and debuffs and blah blah blah. People forget that Shadow Charizard is an absolute monster. I'm also running it with Shadow Steelix, new buff Mon, actually a broken Mon, and Trevenant in the back. So let's jump in these battles here and check out the team. Amazing lead for us here. Shadow Charizard into Wigglytuff, and we are going to be resisting these charms. But even though they are resisted, my gosh, do they do some damage. I'm going to be throwing on 7 wing attacks here just for some optimal move timing. Don't worry, I can speak English, so they do not sneak a full charm in here. Gonna be shielding up this disarming voice, which is probably gonna be happening. Yep, there's a disarming voice. Gonna go for 1 wing attack and then throw the blast burn here. If this gets a shield, this is honestly amazing for me. Trevenant with a shield advantage should almost be anything in the meta, considering that Noctowl is almost nowhere to be seen anymore. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna come in with my Steelix, and I am just going to farm this Wigglytuff all the way down. They can throw disarming voice, they can throw ice beam, whatever they throw, I don't care. Shadow Steelix is gonna be able to farm all the way down. Now, if they did throw the ice beam, I might have had to throw in a Psychic Fangs here, but my goodness, speaking of the Noctowl, it comes into a loaded Shadow Steelix, and my goodness gracious, I feel really sorry for this Noctowl, because breaking swipe after breaking swipe, we are going to be breaking the wings off of this Noctowl here. Look at all the damage. You love to see it. And I am going to be shielding up, which is probably going to be a Shadow Ball. Would have knocked out the Shadow Steelix here, but from here we can probably just go straight for the farm down, and in comes an Ariados. I'm going to be throwing the breaking swipe. Should have just went for the Psychic Fang here, but this is all good. Still, we can still get to the Psychic Fang, knock out the Ariados. Super effective damage. Left, right. Oh, not good night. But my opponent decides to quit the match, and we can just farm down all Pokemon. So, GG's, well played to my opponent. Woo, hopping into the next matchup here. Shadow Charizard versus Alolan Sandslash. A little bit of a difficult matchup here, as the Alolan Sandslash is going to outpace significantly here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to farm up 6 wing attacks and catch the Ice Punch here on my Shadow Steelix. Probably not the best move, but it is going to be neutral damage, and I can't even make it to a breaking swipes. The good thing is here is I have loaded energy on the Charizard. Drill run, left, right, good night, Shadow Steelix. And I can come in with Charizard and hopefully grab 2 shields, and maybe, just maybe now, I was hoping maybe Trevenant can sweep in the back, but the Shadow Alolan Sandslash did farm up some energy here, and I'm forced to throw the Dragon Claw because my Switch Clock timer is not up yet. Maybe I should have waited it out a little bit longer. A little bit of a pro tip: if you Switch Clock is not fully up yet, you can wait out your Switch Clock timer from KO Pokemon and be able to kind of stall it out a little bit longer. That's what I should have done, but either way, we're going to be losing this matchup. If I can just farm all the way down, which I think I can, double shielding the Trevenant here, and maybe whatever is in the back is going to be weak to this Trevenant. What is in the back here? It's a Swampert, and I click on the Shadow Ball like a numbskull. Now they're just going to outpace us here. Unfortunately, maybe if I threw the Seed Bomb, I might have been able to get to a 3rd Seed Bomb, considering Trevenant is going to be winning CMP tie, and I'm not able to catch the move because my Switch Lock timer was not up yet. And the Shadow and this regular Swampert, not Shadow, is going to be able to outpace the Charizard. Plus, Dragon Claw would not have been able to KO anyway. So that's going to be a good game. Well played. A little bit of mistake on my end, but it is what it is. Ampharos on the lead. I'm going to swap out into Felix right away, and they come in with a Hitmontop, and this is where I like Psychic Fangs. Psychic Fangs is going to be doing super effective damage, and on top of that, it's going to be lowering their defense. So what I can do now is I can no shield this triple Axle and then go for the breaking swipe. Breaking swipe is going to be able to lower their attack as well, and we get there just before they KO us with the counter. So breaking swipe, gonna be getting a 2nd shield. My goodness, you love to see it. And I am gonna shield up this triple Axle. It would do quite a bit of damage, considering their attack is now neutral, and now it's +1. We get the full wing attack down, and let's see what they want to do here. they're probably going to be bringing back in whatever they had on the lead. I totally forget what that was. Oh, but my goodness, they come in with a Shadow Gligar, and this Shadow Gligar is about to get cooked by the Blast Bird. Left, right, good night. In comes the Ampharos, and out comes the Trevenant. I can shield up this Brutal Swing, as that would be the most damaging move to the Trevenant, and I can now outpace to the Shadow Ball here. Shadow Ball will be one-shotting this Ampharos here. Left, right, and a good night to that Ampharos there, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. What a spicy team that was. Nice Ampharos on the lead. All right, hopping into the next matchup, Diggersby. This is a really good matchup for us, honestly, unless they're running Hyper Beam, but we're still going to outpace significantly. Even if they do have Hyper Beam, Mudshot does generate energy quickly, but so does the Wing Attack, and Blast Bird does massive damage. And I'm like, this has got to be a Hyper Beam. They farmed up way too much energy for it not to be the Hyper Beam, and look what comes in. It's a Frostlass. So now I am gonna bait here with the Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw is good, probably gonna be getting the shield because the fear of the Blast Bird is inside of their hearts, and they quit the match. GG's. On to the next game here. My goodness gracious. I usually run Registeel, but you know, with the Breaking Swipes update, I decided to run Shadow Steelix. So pretty neutral matchup here. The bulk of Lickitung is going to be significantly outpacing the Charizard here, and they decide to come in with a Gligar. So I'm going to go throw the Breaking Swipes here, lowering that attack so that Dig is not going to absolutely destroy us. And I'm hoping I can make it to one more before they make the Dig, but unfortunately I can't. And the Lickitung did not throw energy, so it's gonna be a bit difficult to take care of, considering I have Trevenant in the back and my Charizard will pretty well die to a body slam. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna throw my second shield up. I'm gonna farm. Oh, I'm not gonna throw my second shield up. Okay, but we still get the farm down. Dig is not enough to KO, and look at that, Steel type beating a ground type. You love to see it. And what do they want to do here? I'm pretty sure they come back in with the Lickitung. We're gonna debuff them with the Breaking Swipes, and this is where Shadow Steelix is going to be king here. They're gonna try to farm me all the way down, but this is the second Breaking Swipe coming in, and look at the raw damage that we are doing to this Lickitung here. My gosh, can we make it to one more? Yes, we can. Woohoo! You love to see it. Breaking Swipe, getting the first shield from my opponent. I come in with the Trevenant because I'm thinking they're probably going to blind throw a Body Slam here. Triple debuff Body Slam does absolutely no damage whatsoever. I can no shield the first move here. Night Slash is not going to KO. It's going to do a lot of damage, but now I can just get to the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is going to be wreaking havoc onto this Gliscor, and that gets the shield. We're one Wing Attack away from this Blast Bird, and a Blast Bird will be enough to one-shot the Gligar. Left, right, good night, Gliscor, not Gligar. We're gonna shield up the move here. We snuck the Wing Attack in. Hopefully it's enough to KO, but it's not. Another Wing Attack, and that's going to be a good game. Well played, and a nice 4-1 set here with the team. I used a variation of this team last season to gain me a lot of elo with Registeel instead of Shadow Steelix instead. So again, thank you all so very much for watching. If you guys are liking the content, please hit that like button. Comment if you want to see anything in the future. And like always, hey, I'll see y'all in the next video.